Here are two brand new, identically red built units. I'm going to show you the difference in the rattle of that little spacer in the joint number 3. If I lift this one and drop it, very little sound. Lift this one, listen to the difference.
Do it again.
I'll point it out to you. No noise. That has to be fixed. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how we repair this rattle. There has to be something that takes up the space between the spacer and the pedal spindle. That spacer can be filled up with grease, but to hold the grease in there and give it a little bit of springiness, we actually insert the grease inside a 7mm, 7cm length of plastic drinking straw. It doesn't wear out because there's no moving parts between these two pieces, but I'll show you how that has to be done. First thing we have to do is disassemble joint 2. Lay this down here. Now I have to loosen we always check this first, and if this is tight and it still makes the noise, there's too much play in there. So now I have to loosen this piece. You may want to see how this is done here. So take this piece off. We check and make sure that it's the right cap, and that's the correct cap for this piece. Then we pull this off by tapping it. This. Now joint 3 can slide off. Okay, so stand up and look over here. We have to fill this space with something that will stop the rattle of the spacer against here. I take a piece of 7mm straw. I fill that straw with high viscosity grease. This time it's a lithium grease. Put some grease on the pedal spindle itself. You might want to come around this side so you can see it. Force the straw down in between the spacer and the pedal spindle. You notice this will not interfere with the bearing surface. And then slide this back over top. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Line this up on this side. Not quite lined up. There it goes. All right. Screw this piece back in again. On this side. You're hearing the rattle on the other side, but this rattle has stopped. Screw this piece back in the front end. And I usually put a little bit of grease on there to make it easy. A little bit on the ends. Make sure this spins freely. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. This side still has a rattle. That side does not. You're hearing the rattle from this side. Unscrew this. Give me a little bit of space here. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't know what you're looking at, but I don't think you can see what I'm doing down here. Loosen this one. I've got it coming around again so you can see it. Make sure this is the right cap. It's the correct cap. This doesn't hurt the threads. It's a 6mm, just fits inside. Slides out like that. Another 7mm length of straw with some grease in it. Grease on the outside a little bit. Some grease on the shaft itself. Create a space there and slide this down in like that. Slides over top. Get this aligned. It's in there. Oops. Put this back up again. Put the screw back on. No rattle. Let's finish this front. A little grease on the bolt. A little bit on the bearings. Make sure this freely spins again. No rattle. Compare that to this one. No rattle. That's how you fix the rattle. Okay, that's how you fix the rattle. A piece of 7 cm length straw in each side, filled with grease and taking up the space between the pedal spindle and the spacer. And the result is a much quieter machine, no rattle. And that rattle, although it's not a significant mechanical problem, it really bothers the customers. It's about a 10 to 20 minute job to take care of that.